Hey there, and welcome to another 2-box penny hunt. I'm Bryson, and this is Dimes for Dollars. And in today's hunt, we have hunt number 70, boxes 145 and 146. Most of our holes left to go are in this oldest book, so hopefully we can find one. There's still some pretty common dates out there, but it is getting a little harder to fill it out, so hopefully we can get something good. We got these two boxes. Pop the top of this first one, and it is indeed circulated. I see a few copper enders, but nothing that screams old, so I'll flip this over, check the other side, and we'll get started. Roll number 4, and the first wheat cent of the hunt is going to be a 40s find, a 1945 out of San Francisco. Very next roll, and wheat cent number 2 is going to be a 1942 out of Philadelphia. Wheat cent number 3 is going to come on roll number 8, and it's going to be a 1944 out of San Francisco. Roll number 12, and we have our first 50s wheat cent, and this one's going to be a 1956 from Denver. 2 rolls later, and wheat cent number 5 is going to be another 1956, but this time out of Philadelphia. Roll number 18, and we have another wheat cent from the 50s, a 1957 out of Denver. Very next roll, and this time we have a 40s wheat cent in pretty rough shape, but it's going to be a 1946 Philadelphia. Roll number 28, and we got wheat cent number 8 here. This one's going to be another 40s find, a 1945 Philadelphia. Very next roll, and we have another 50s wheat cent, another 1957 out of Denver. Roll 31, and we just hit wheat cent number 10. It's going to be another 1944, and this time out of Philadelphia. Roll 33, and we got 2 more wheat cents in this roll. We have a 1951 out of San Francisco, and right back here, wheat cent number 2 of the roll. And this one's going to be a 1956 out of Denver. Very next roll, and we got 2 more wheat cents. The first one is going to be a 1952 from Denver, and the second wheat cent is right back here. And that's going to be a pre-40s find, 1934 Philadelphia. Awesome. I think we already have that one in the book, but that is a really nice looking one. And we still got a lot of rolls left to go. Just a few rolls later, and we have another 1952, also out of Denver. Roll number 43, and we have another 50s wheat cent here. Another 1956 out of Denver. Roll 47, and we have another 50s wheat cent. Another 1957 out of Denver. 2 rolls into box 2, and we got our first wheat cent for the second box. And it's going to be a 1953 from San Francisco. Very next roll, and we got 2 more wheat cents. The first one is going to be a 1958 from Denver. But take a look at this second one. It's got some nice detail to it. Let's see what the date is. Alright, that obverse looks really nice. 1956 from Philadelphia. Hopefully we need it for an upgrade for the book. But either way, a really nice wheat cent. Roll number 6, and we got 2 more wheat cents. The first one is going to be a really corroded 1946 out of Denver. And the second wheat cent is back here. And that one's going to be a 1951, also out of Denver. Roll 17, and we have another 50s wheat cent here. We have a 1950 out of San Francisco. Roll number 21 in box 2, and we have another 40s wheat cent. And this one's going to be a 1942 from Philadelphia. 2 rolls later, and we have another 50s wheat cent. Another 1956 from Denver. Roll 31, and we have wheat cent number 26. This one's going to be a 1952 out of Denver. 3 rolls later, and we got another 40s wheat cent here. A 1945 out of Philadelphia. Roll 47 of the second box, and we have another 40s wheat cent. This one's in pretty nice shape. It's going to be a 1944 out of San Francisco. Very next roll, and we've got another wheat cent here. This one's from the 50s. It'll be a 1956 out of Denver. Well, that's going to do it for the end of this hunt, but before we get to the wrap-up, we actually have 2 errors here. The first one is this 1966 out of Philadelphia with some pretty strong mechanical doubling. Unfortunately, it doesn't add too much value, but it is a really interesting find that you don't expect every day. So really cool find there. I'll definitely be putting that one aside. As for our other find, we have this massive lamination error. It goes all the way through the date and all the way up to there. And that is a really cool find. So I'll definitely be flipping that one up. But that's going to do it for the errors. So let's go ahead and get back to the wrap up. Well, we're back now with the wrap up, and we got a bunch of interesting finds today. We got 32 S-Minute Memorial cents, along with a handful of Canadian cents, including 2 bird cents. That's the 1967 Centennial for Canada. It's a really cool find. We got 2 of them. We also got those 2 interesting coins we just covered, the 1966 Philadelphia and this laminated error, a 1962 from Denver. We also got 6 nicer copper cents. Not nearly as nice as the ones from last week, but still really nice finds. We also got 1950s wheat cents, with the best one being this 56 Philadelphia, which is actually going to upgrade the book. So we'll do that in a second, but before that we also have 1040s wheat cents and 130s wheat cent, a 1934 from Philadelphia. Unfortunately, that one's not going to go in the book, but let's go ahead and make the upgrade for the 1956. Well, here we have it, the 1956 Philadelphia, and as you can see, the one we added today is in much nicer shape than the one we had before, so I'm really excited about that. And while it's not rare by any means, over 420 million of them, they are pretty hard to find on the West Coast in this nice a shape. So I'm really excited about that new upgrade today. Hopefully we can continue with some more nice upgrades in the future. We've had some really good luck in the last couple boxes. That being said though, that's going to be the end of this hunt, so I hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.